Good morning, everyone. My name is Alvin. I'm a student from University Bangka Belitung, and my department is English Literature. Today, I'm here gonna represent my presentation here about English Phonology Study House, and it consists of phonological features, phonetactic rules, prosodic and supra-segmental phonology, and phonological rules. Okay, first, phonological features. What is phonological features? These features is an essential and are required to describe natural classes of sounds. This because phonological process involve a sound change when a given type of sound appears in a certain environment. What are the features? There are three features here: voice, place, and manners. First, voice. As said before, sound will change depend on certain environment. If the voice is voiced, it will appear on the chart at right. If the voice is voiceless, it will appear at left on the chart. Place in these features, there are three broad or main components, and those are labial or lips, p, b, m, coronal in front of the palate, and dorsal behind the palate. The third is manners. There are six features in this, and it will listed based on their hierarchy. The highest one is stops, followed by affricates, fricatives, nasals, liquids, and glides. Okay, that's all for phonological features. Next is phonetactic roles. Base of phonetactic roles. Phonetactic roles involves of syllables. So what is syllables? A unit of linguistic structure that consists of a syllabic element and any segment that are associated with it. Syllables don't serve any meaning, signaling functions in language. They exist only to make speech easier for the brain to process. There are four syllables unit. The pairs, a syllabic segment that forms the core of syllable. Coda, segments that follow the nucleus in same syllabic. Rhyme, the nucleus and the coda of a syllable in a word. Onset, the beginning segments of the syllable. The words preceding the nucleus. Optionality. Onset is optional, nucleus is obligatory, coda is optional. Continuation. Phonetics is the set of constraints on how sequence of segment pattern. There are rules on the numbers and type of segments that can combine to form syllables and words which vary greatly from one language to one language. Arabic, every syllable must have an onset. Hawaiian, no coda are allowed. English, onset and coda are allowed. Each language has some restriction on the permissible contents of slot in a syllable structure, known as phonetactic constraints. Okay, this is the phonetactic rules. Okay, next, prosodic and suprasegmental phonology. What is prosodic phonology? Prosodic phonology is a theory of the way in which the flow of speech is organized into a fine set of phonological units. For example, even in the absence of phonological rules, the prosodic units of grammar are relevant at first level of speech processing in the disambiguation of ambiguous sentence. In prosodic phonology, there is hierarchy in it. Phonological utterance or U, intonational phrase IP, phonological phrase, phonological words. Next is suprasegmental phonology. What is suprasegmental phonology? Suprasegmental are so-called prosodic features in phonetics, a speech feature such as stress, tone, or word juncture that accompanies or is added over consonants and vowels. These features are not limited to single sounds, but often extend over syllables, words, or phrases. Example of usage. In Spanish, the stress accent is often used to distinguish between otherwise identical words, like termino at here A is different means terms, and termino here I is different means I terminate, and termino here means that he terminated. In Mandarin Chinese, term is a distinctive suprasegmental. Shin pronounced on a high level note means to lose, on a slight raising note means stand, on a falling note means city market, and on a falling rising note means history. English beer dripped and bear dripped are distinguished by word juncture. The last is phonological roles. There are four phonological roles here. First, assimilation, addition of features due to neighboring phonemes. Dissimulation, deletion of features due to neighboring phonemes. And insertion or deletion, addition or deletion of an entire phone. Metathesis, change of order of phonemes. Okay, that's all. Before I close it, the conclusion is phonology is a unique study because we need to practice it frequently before we forgot it. So, as a tips, we must to continue to read, to research about phonology and phonetics because this is essential way to understand what linguistic is. I think that's all from me. Thank you for that the attention.